Hi everyone, welcome back to Beef Reacts, and today we are going to be doing somewhat of a deep dive into one of the League of Legends champions. This time we're going to be doing uh Kayn. Kayn? I can't even pronounce his name. My hair's a mess. I look a little crazy. It's bedhead season. Uh Stop saying it's going to be crazy when these videos are coming out for years, hopefully, fingers crossed, but years, and I'm still saying every other word. It's tough, it's sad, but I'm hoping that it gets better. That being said, we're going to be doing the voice lines, the lore, and the introduction and I guess initial gameplay of the character. So, best way as always, just jump into it and see where it takes us. Yes, I'm watching Nick Crit's video because not dyslexic, I'm just really bad at reading things aloud.
Hello everyone and welcome! The story of Kayn got released, and
Kayn.
Although it didn't reveal too much information about the Darkin, it is an important piece of the story. Just keep in mind that the history of the Darkin is still on its way, so more stories are coming. But for now, let's have a look at the story of Kayn.
Seems like a lot of headroom in that photo. Right? Well, I guess there's other stuff in the background, but it's weird that it's not framed with the rule of thirds. I shouldn't say weird, I'm not expecting it to not be like that. And there's clearly a lot cut off, so why not just move him up unless the background shit's important and I just don't know.
The story of Kayn. Born in Noxus, Kayn and the others like him were raised to be child soldiers. A cruel practice employed only by the most devious commanders of the Empire.
How do you do child soldiers? Not like on a moral standpoint, but on a practical one. Because it's like, listen, kids can hold guns, I get that. Kids can wield knives and shit, but like, practically, I feel like, and like, this is gonna sound really messed up, but you put me against a child, I think I could take out at least 8 of them. I'm not that strong. I'm not a fighter at all. But I think I could kick the shit out of a fucking 5-year-old. Unless it's like older than 5. I think 10-year-olds, that's when they start having the edge on me. 5-year-olds, though, doesn't matter how long you trained, all 5 of those years, I got you down pat.
Ionian compassion was a weakness to be exploited. Their warriors would hesitate before striking down a supposed innocent. Even though he was barely able to lift the blade he had been given, Kayn's first day in the battle was also expected to be his last. The Noxian forces landed in the mouth of the Ipul River. Kayn and the others hesitated, facing disorganized bands of locals defending their homes from these returning invaders. While his young comrades were cut down or fled the battlefield, Kayn showed no fear. He dropped his heavy sword and snatched up a fallen sickle, turning to face the shocked Ionians as the Noxian regulars swept in from the flank. The carnage was staggering. Farmers, hunters, and even a handful of Vastaya, all were butchered without ceremony. 2 days later, after word had spread through the southern territories, the Order of Shadow came upon the horrific scene. Their leader Zed knew this area had no tactical significance. This massacre was intended to be a message. Noxus would show no mercy.
I always wonder that, because it's like, if it has no tactical importance, it's also on a riverbed, so I don't know. I'm not great at understanding what is and isn't, strategic. So if their whole point is to come here and show a message, that's the Noxus bad guys, and Kayn's not Noxic then. Okay.
A flickering glint of steel caught his eye. A child not older than 10 was laying in the mud, leveling his broken sickle at the master assassin, bloody knuckles straining white. The boy's eyes showed pain unbearable at his age, yet still burned with the fury of a hardened warrior. His
Dope.
tenacity was something that could not be taught. Zed saw in this child, this abandoned Noxian survivor, a weapon that could be turned against those who had sent him here to die. The assassin held out his hand and welcomed Kayn into the Order of the Shadow. Acolytes traditionally spent years training with a single weapon of their choosing, but Kayn mastered them all. To him, they were mere tools, and he was the weapon. Armor he viewed as a burden.
I'm sorry. Excuse me? That's a fucking hard-ass line. To him, these were just tools and he was the weapon. Imagine having that much fucking confidence in anything you do. In anything. Like, genuinely. Be like, nah, the medium is just the tool. I am the artist. Like, actually, that sounds okay. That one doesn't sound as hard. But you know what? It doesn't sound as hard when you're not a warrior. Maybe it's just what you're choosing to do that with. But, like, it just sounds so fucking tough, dude.
Mere tools, and he was the weapon.
Like,
armor he viewed as a burden, instead cloaking himself in shadows and slaying enemies with quickness and stealth. These
awesome.
Swift executions instilled fear in the hearts of those fortunate enough to be spared. And as Kayn's legend grew...
I don't like the way he's gyrating like that. I don't like it not because it's weird, I just don't like it because it looks like when he breathes, his lungs are his entire body.
So did his arrogance. He truly believed that one day his power would eclipse even that of Zed himself. This hubris led Kayn to embrace his final test, to seek out a darkened weapon recently unearthed in Noxus, and prevent it being used against the wary defenders of Ionia. He accepted without hesitation, never questioning why he had been chosen for the task. Indeed, where any other acolyte would have destroyed the living scythe known as Rast.
That makes absolutely no sense to me, because it just said why. You are a master at all weaponry. Why the fuck would they send anyone else? You know how to use every weapon proficiently.
Kayn took it for himself. The corruption took hold the moment his fingers closed around the weapon, locking them both in a fateful struggle. Rast has long awaited the perfect host in order to join its darkened brethren and lay waste to the world. But Kayn will not be easily dominated. He returns to Ionia in triumph, convinced that Zed will name him the new leader of the Order of the Shadow.
If he's going to name him the new leader of the Order of the Shadow, damn it, not the fucking ad, wouldn't that mean that Zed would have to step down? And we're going to cut right here. And we are now back. Didn't say anything, just I said where to cut and where to do that. Yeah, so why would Zed now all of a sudden just step down? That doesn't really make too much sense to me. But you know what? Kayn can still, even as a child soldier, even in the worst of situations, I guess you could still have dreams. I don't know.
The following story expands how exactly Kayn got hold of Rast.
Okay.
Kayn stood confidently in the shadow of the Noxtra, surrounded by dead soldiers, and smiled at the irony. These triumphal arches of dark stone were raised,
known throughout Valoran as Noxtora, gateway to Noxus in Yernox. These towering structures leave approaching travelers in no doubt as to who holds the reins of power.
Honor the strength of Noxus, to instill fear in all who passed beneath them. Now, this one was a tombstone, a monument to false strength and arrogance, and a symbol of the fallen warrior's own fear turned against them.
Okay.
Kayn relished fear. He counted on it. It was a weapon, and as his brothers in the Order of the Shadow had mastered their katana or their shuriken, Kayn had mastered fear.
Is Kayn just Batman? It sounds like he's just Batman, right? They made Batman into a League of Legends hot hunk, and I'm with it. Like, I'm actually fully with that, 100%. No kizzy, no cap.
But as he felt Noxian soil beneath him for the first time in years, amid the enemy soldiers slain and soon to be forgotten, there was an unease.
No way.
It hung in the air like a pressure before a storm, begging to be released. Nakuri, Kayn's fellow acolyte of the Order, reversed the grip on his blade and prepared for a more personal fight. To his credit, he almost managed to hide the tremor in his voice. "What's it going to be, brother?" Kayn said nothing. His hands rested empty at his sides. He knew he was in control. Even so, he felt a flickering sense of déjà vu, like something out of a dream. It came in a flash and then was gone. A voice rose from the empty space between them. A dark and hateful voice that echoed with the pained cries of 1,000 battlefields, daring each of them to act.
Who will prove worthy?
Oh, shit. Good on, I think it was Nikrit who was reading this, like, fuck.
Zed had summoned his greatest student. Spies of the Order had confirmed the rumors. The hated Noxians had discovered an ancient scythe of Darkin origin, as powerful as any magic in Ionia. A single eye of crimson hate stared out from the heel of the blade, tempting the strongest of men to wield it in battle. Evidently none had proven to be worthy. All who touched it were quickly and painfully consumed by its malevolence. So it had been wrapped by chainmail and sackcloth and secured by a guarded caravan bound for the immortal bastion. Shida Kayn knew what would be asked of him. This would be his final test.
Shida Kayn?
He had reached the outskirts of the coastal city of Vindor before he ever considered the journey's significance. Taking the fight to the enemy in their own land was audacious, but so was Kayn. There was no other who could match his talents, none to whom Zed would entrust the fate of Ionia, and so there could be no doubt. Kayn was destined for greatness. He set his trap shortly before sunset. The approaching caravan was just visible in the distance, as dust raced into the orange sky.
I will say, for somebody who was raised in probably the worst conditions possible, not me, I mean Kayn, he really is hopeful. Like, he really has that much confidence in himself, and honestly, I respect the fuck out of it. Like, damn. He's like, no one else could possibly do this job other than me.
Caravan was just visible in the distance.
I wish to
as
have that.
dust raced into the orange sky. More than enough time to dispatch the 3 guardians at the Noxtra. He moved in silence across the archway's shadow as the first guard paced out for a patrol. Kayn summoned his shadow magic and stepped into the black stone wall as if there was a passage open only to him. He could see the guards in silhouette, grasping their pikes tightly with both hands. He lunged from the wall, cloaked in shadow, and snuffed the life from the second guard with his bare hands. Before the third could even react, Kayn dissolved into tendrils of pure darkness and darted across the cobbled road, reforming in front of his victim. In a flash, he wrenched the man's head around, snapping his neck with ease. The first guard heard—
You know, maybe you should just, I don't know. Just give them the opportunity to leave, I guess. Well, I don't know. Maybe you want to have no survivors or that kind of thing. But I just feel like you should give them the opportunity. Just be like, hey, you should get the fuck out of here. Because imagine you're just doing a fucking job that you're supposed to do and someone shows up and just cold blood murders you. That's just, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's not cool. But like, it's kind of not cool. Like, it's kind of fucked in a lot of ways.
He wrenched the man's head around, snapping his neck with ease. The first guard heard the bodies fall, lifeless and limp, and turned toward Kayn. The assassin smiled, taking time to relish the moment.
It paralyzes, does it not?
He hissed, slipping into the shade of the Noxtra once more.
Oh, so
fear.
He wrote—
So he's the red outline white text.
From the quaking soldier's own shadow.
This is the part where you run, Noxian. Tell others what you witnessed here.
The soldier threw down his spike and sprinted.
Thank God he let them live. Batman would never kill. But Kayn? As an assassin? I'm sure he's killed thousands.
Away. He didn't get far. Clad in robes as dark as Kayn's, Nakuri leapt from behind the Noxtra and plunged his katana into the belly of the fleeing soldier. The other acolyte locked eyes with Kayn. The vaunted strength of Noxus. Such delusion.
I knew you were impetuous, brother.
Kayn spat.
But this, following me all this way, hoping to share in my glory.
There was no time for further
is this?
conversation. They could hear the caravan of soldiers approaching.
Get out of sight, Nakuri. I will deal with you later, if you survive.
The long shadows of twilight hid the bodies until the approaching soldiers were
Who is
almost beneath
Nakuri?
the Grand Arc. Hold! The first outrider cried, drawing his sword. Fan out, now! Confusion set in among the others as they left their horses, and for the first time, Kayn laid eyes on their cargo. It was just as Zed had described, wrapped in chainmail and sackcloth and strapped to the back of a sturdy Vindoran steed. Patience was a virtue that Nakuri did not possess, and he heedlessly dove for the nearest soldier. Kayn always selected his targets carefully, and so struck with precision at the lead outrider, felling him with his own sword. He turned again to the Vindoran, but the scythe was gone. He had come too far to fail. Kayn! Nakuri yelled as he cut down one soldier after another. Behind you! A desperate Noxian had freed the weapon, its red eye now revealed and glowing with inhuman rage. The soldier's own eyes grew wide as he swung it viciously in arcs at his own comrades. He was clearly not in control, trying in vain to release the scythe. The rumors were true. Calling again on his shadow magic, Kayn dove into the writhing Noxian's dark and corrupted flesh. For the briefest of moments, he saw through the eye of this ageless being, witnessing millennia of inflicted pain and suffering, screams and lamentations. This thing was death reborn again and again. It was the purest evil and it had to be stopped. He burst from what was left of the Noxian, the soldier's flesh having warped into scales of hardened stone that shattered into black shards and choking dust.
Oh, that is a bad way to go. Just simply imagine that. Imagine turning into fucking char.
All that remained was the scythe, its eye now closed. Kayn reached for it as Nakuri dispatched the last of their enemies. Brother, stop! The acolyte cried, flicking blood from his katana. What are you doing? You saw what it can do. It must be destroyed. Kayn faced him.
No. It is mine.
The two of them drew up, neither willing to back down. Beyond the city boundaries, warning bells began to toll. The moment seemed to stretch out. Nakuri reversed the grip on his blade. What's it going to be, brother? The scythe spoke to Kayn then. It seemed as if it was echoing in his mind, and yet the other acolyte's widening eyes showed that he had heard it too.
Who will prove worthy?
Kayn conjured fingers of darkness that snatched up the weapon, lifting it into the night and spinning it into his waiting hands. It felt like a part of him, like it had always been part of him, as if he alone was born to wield it. He spun it with a comfortable flourish and leveled the blade toward Nakuri's throat.
Do what you must.
Damn!
And that was the story of Kayn. I noticed that some people bashed this story on the internet, and I really wanted to address it because they bashed it for the wrong reasons. Kayn is a character that is meant to be seemingly cool.
It's so fucking dope, but clearly he has this lust for power has overtaken him.
Arrogant and edgy. League of Legends didn't have a character with these attributes before, so with Kayn, Riot filled these characteristics whole. If you feel like Kayn is too edgy and too much inspired by anime, that is because he was meant to be. It was even confirmed that Sasuke was one of the inspirations for him. As far as Rust goes, there will be some stories in the future explaining him and the other Darkin as well. A little bird told me that the Darkin history may arrive later this year.
Ooh,
so don't worry, this
fun.
is not all the lore we get. Also, if you look at Kayn's related champions, you can notice Aatrox and Zed, both of which could get a story update soon, but you can also notice Darius, So Kayn may be a segue to the story of Noxus, since Urgot is on his way too. But that's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to rate it and subscribe for more stories in the future. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Discord if you'd like to chat. Special shoutouts to our Patreon.
So, so far all we got is, not all we got is the story of Kayn, but getting that backstory I think is going to help with a lot of, the voice lines and things going forward. Honestly, I didn't really get necessarily an anime-esque feel. I got, it felt very like, well, it's like funny because I say superhero, like anime wasn't inspired by fucking Superman comics, but the whole idea behind this character is just very fascinating. To have this ultimate assassin who grew up to be the best at what they wanted to be, and then be given this ultimate blade. I guess, yeah, it does have a very anime-esque vibe to it, but it's also really cool. I have no idea who his brother was that he was fighting, and I kind of wish maybe I didn't pay attention enough, or I missed like a line of dialogue about that or something, but obviously let me know in the comments below, just so that way I know. And he talked about Discord. We have a Discord server, everyone. 18 plus. It's a lot of fun. Active literally all the time. If you ever want to get a chance to talk to me, recommend something, or do that, highly recommend joining. A lot of fun. Other than that, I'm going to cut here and load up the next part, which is going to be Kayn's champion, I guess, teaser reveal. Alright, and now we're back with the champion teaser for Kayn. Why do I always talk like you don't know exactly what I just said? It's like I should cut this out, but I want you to mock me. I want you to just bully me and to stop doing this, because I am sick of it. Why the fuck does my hair look like that? It's actually this side. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how to do camera space at all. This is my right hand, and it's going up to the right side of my body, but it's left on there, and it's pissing me off.
Which path shall we take?
Oh.
I will decide the way.
We shall see.
Having the weapon that talks to him, having the inner struggle between this like good and evil. It's so fucking sick, dude. Such a sick fucking character. Like, come on now. Come on now and tell me that's not that's sick. All right? That's sick. And now I want to see the spotlight. So next we're going to be doing the spotlight and fucking just it's so cool looking. It is so enjoyably cool looking. Damn it! You ever just carbo load, not because you're into working out, but just because you're a fat fuck? Same. But, let's get into the champion spotlight. Anyway.
This is Kayn, the Shadow Reaper. Kayn's not alone. The scythe he wields is possessed by a Darkin named Rost. Each time Kayn steps onto the rift, he has to fight Rost for control. Inevitably, one will consume the other. You choose the victor. Welcome to the Kayn Champion Spotlight.
So wait, he's fighting for control. Does that mean that each one, fundamentally, it's not one character, but actually two characters? Because that is a
Kayn's passive is the Darkin Scythe. At some point during each game, Kayn transforms into either the Shadow Assassin or the Darkin. For Kayn to conquer and destroy Rost, he must become the Shadow Assassin by damaging ranged champions. Meanwhile, fighting melee champions will empower Rost, which enables him to take over Kayn's body and transform into the Darkin.
Okay.
Once either form has won, return to base to attain your final form. This process will amplify most of your active abilities, as well as replace the Darkin Scythe passive with an entirely new one based on the form you took.
That is sick as fuck, dude. That is so cool.
The Shadow Assassin's new passive deals significant bonus damage during the first few seconds of combat with champions, while the Darkin heals for a chunk of all ability damage dealt to champions.
Ooh.
No matter which form wins, you can simply wait a few minutes to choose the loser instead. Kayn's Q is Reaping Slash. Kayn dashes, then swings his scythe in a circle. Both the dash and slash damage all enemies they hit.
Okay.
This ability deals bonus damage to monsters.
They had monsters on the field? I didn't know they had monsters on the field in League. Cool.
This ability deals bonus damage to monsters. If Rost wins the struggle, Reaping Slash deals bonus % health damage against all enemies except minions.
Okay.
Kayn's W is Blade's Reach. Kayn rears back and slashes in a line, damaging and slowing all struck enemies.
Okay.
If Kayn becomes the Shadow Assassin, the range is increased, and a living shadow will strike for him.
Oh, that's sick as fuck.
Allowing Kayn to move freely after casting.
That's a sick fucking... Okay.
If the Darkin is in control, Blade's Reach will knock up its foes. Kayn's E is Shadow Step, which grants a burst of movement speed and the ability to walk through any terrain for a few moments.
What if he gets stuck inside the terrain?
He'll receive a heal and significantly extend the duration of Shadow Step. However, the extended duration won't be granted if Kayn's in combat with enemy champions.
Damn it.
As a Shadow Assassin, Kayn gains additional movement speed and immunity to slows when activating Shadow Step.
I am everywhere.
That is cool. That is so fucking cool. I know I keep saying that, but like, as someone who doesn't really play League, that is really cool. And I'm like, I want to start slowly getting into it a little bit more. Not that I'm going to be good. I'm sure I'm probably going to be the opposite of good. I will be dog shit. I'm bad at both team games, online games, and games that require me to actually think 10 steps ahead. But this does seem pretty dope.
Champions will be alerted of Kayn's presence while he's inside the terrain. Because the base duration of Shadow Step is rather short, make sure you're close enough to a wall to actually phase through and extend the duration. When you plan out your ganks as Kayn, think about how you can use Shadow Step to invent creative jungle and ganking routes. You have completely unique pathing as Kayn, and learning that is extremely important. Even the rift itself isn't big enough to hold back the Shadow Reaper. Kayn's ultimate is Umbral Trespass.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh!
When activated, Kayn leaps inside an enemy champion he's recently damaged. While Kayn's ghost riding his whip, he's untargetable and has the option to jump out early. Upon exiting his host, he deals massive damage to the target. In Shadow Assassin form, the cast range is increased and it refreshes the bonus damage from his passive.
Okay.
As a Darkin, Umbral Trespass's base damage is replaced with max health damage, and heals Kayn based on his target's max health as well. Basically, use it to chomp on tanks. When you trespass into an enemy, it's like they're a train and you're the world's scariest freight hopper. You go wherever they go, and then you kill the train.
Even Zed would be impressed.
That's so cool! That's so freaking cool, dude!
Regardless of which form you gain access to first, think about which of Kayn's transformations will benefit your team the most in the mid to late game. Does the enemy team have a lot of squishy carries you can burst? If so, go Assassin. Or, if they have big bruisers and your team is lacking crowd control, consider choosing the Darkin's Slayer.
Take a look at this!
God.
As Kayn, you're the only champ that can fully change roles in the middle of a game. Choose wisely.
That's so cool, though.
The Shadow Assassin excels at flanking and picking off high-priority targets when they least expect it. Use Blade's Reach to engage, then dive into the Reaping Slash and dodge their big abilities with your ultimate.
There was a time to run, but you missed it.
Oh.
Darkin is, just like in his lore, real strong against assassins. Between his built-in sustain and crowd control abilities, the demonic force is extremely hard to kill. When the situation gets tight, you can heal up with a demonic force.
Did a fucking shark just come out of the goddamn ground?
Is extremely
Who the
hard
fuck
to kill.
summons
When
a
the
shark?
situation gets tight, you can heal up with a
I wanna
carefully
summon a
timed
shark.
trespass. Then knock up your pursuers and slip away into a wall.
Armed and ready.
Thanks for tuning in to the Kayn Champion Spotlight.
Click the links below or I'll eat your soul.
I'm not. Not the dance! He just fucking killed him and just hit him! What's up? Damn! Damn! That's fucked, but awesome. And the next part we're gonna be doing just, we're gonna be doing the voice lines and the Odyssey voice lines, and after the Odyssey voice lines, we're gonna be calling it. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing the Kayn voice lines from League of Legends. It's 3 separate videos. They've been edited by give me 1 second. CZ2 Delta, and I'm gonna subscribe real quick because they were nice enough to send me this. So CZ2 Delta made this, and if anyone else happens to react to this kind of stuff, totally check out their playlist for Kayn. Really helpful.
The weak fear the shadows.
Fear controls them.
Will you prove worthy?
Probably not.
The child is gone. The killer will remain.
Already going hard. Just going hard at it.
I will survive eternity. They will die today.
The blood of the fallen will anoint me the new master.
Everyone does look better in red.
Lives will be taken, and the real plan revealed.
Killing is the plan. Let me show you.
The true assassin kills one to save many.
Such noble lies. Save no one. It's so liberating. Rage inside me will not be contained.
The spade does not dictate the architect's vision.
It's just so cool. Like, it's just constant one-liners of them being badasses, and they have like an hour worth. That's fucking sick.
Cast off the yoke of Zed's order.
It is the order that will break you, Rust.
There is fear in your grip and doubt in your heart.
I have no heart. That you should fear.
See, my question is this constant battle, this constant struggle. The one's unkillable and the other is mortal. How does that work? How do we
The undoing draws
rectify
near.
this?
Yes, yours. I was born into a nation of despair, and I alone am the remedy.
Damn.
I have chosen you. You will serve me. I have mastered every weapon of war. No prattling tool will prove an exception. Whom should I obey? Master Zed or the farm implement with delusions of grandeur?
Oh my. Dude, no wonder this dude is not succumbing to this shit, because if this is his one-liners, dog.
Underestimate
Actually,
me at your peril.
awesome.
Kill the body, kill the mind.
The rage is in your hands. Let it loose. Their screams thrill me. Zed's order shackles you. I offer freedom. You are not worthy of the power you hold.
So, like, here's a fun little thing, a fun little thought experiment. Do you prefer true freedom or liberty? Now, they seem like synonymous, but they actually find their roots in very different words. Liberty is a word that is associated with the seeking of virtue and the ability to freely choose a virtuous life, where freedom, as we tend to describe it, is a I want to say Latin or Greek word for licentiousness, which is more of the ability to freely seek the pleasures and desires that you have. And so, like, it's a really fun thought experiment to, like, ask yourself, are you somebody who is seeking liberty or somebody who is seeking licentiousness? Freedom or liberty, where it I had high schools in my area called Freedom and Liberty, but it's always a very fascinating thought, because it's, are you trying to pursue the best version of yourself, or are you trying to pursue every single one of your carnal desires, which typically, depending on how you look at it thematically or story-wise, leads people down bad paths, because you end up becoming a slave to yourself, and to the desires that you have, which is why things like addictions and other stuff like that end up becoming such a massive complication, not only in the real world, but in, like, thematically stories, because you have people that are just pursuing their own desire to a point of it becoming somewhat of an addiction. Really fascinating idea. I don't know why that made me think of it, but he said true freedom, and it just made me think of that entire thought line. Thought line? Is that what I'm going to start calling them? Tangents? You could just say tangency now. No, thought line. I like thought line. I'm going to start saying thought line.
The anticipation. No, it's the killing. Such an obsequious pupil. I will be your new master.
You can't do shit.
Target is strong. I am a weapon, not some accessory. Neither time nor violence will end me.
What does Rost mean, anyway?
Obey.
Cap.
I learned from a young age to embrace the shadows.
Darkness is a start.
I let you go, and you will die.
And you will lose.
Nope.
I am the weapon. You are a tool.
Lies soothe the mind, don't they?
So does he just not sleep?
What will be the final lesson?
Give in, and I will show you. I am no toy, Kayn.
You possess the hubris of a more fearsome weapon.
There is much darkness around you. In you.
That is my armor.
Tell me, was it desperation that led you to me?
Audacity.
I see
Facts.
your nightmares. Do they trouble you?
Not nightmares. Plans.
I have
So
waited
badass.
eons to bathe this realm in blood.
Talk. You'll do nothing without me.
Ionians, are they all as confident as you?
There is no one like me.
I was forged.
Just the sheer fucking confidence is insanity.
Destroy.
It's so
You
insane.
are in my way.
I can see 12 ways to kill you. Correction. 13. It's 13. I'm holding a sentient weapon of doom, denied blood for eons. You think I'm scared of you?
I find your will to live amusing. I smell death. No, it's you. You smell bad. A craftsman never blames his tools.
I will make an exception in this case. Shadows cut, deepest fear. Found you, cowering in the light. How foolish.
Insanity.
The darkened blade. The blade bends to you.
Insanity.
The shadows find everyone. You have my undivided attention. Found you.
Set me free. Drive me into the flesh. Kill them all. From the shadow comes the slaughter. Time to reap. Every
How do you
slaughter
find
has
all
a
these
beginning.
voice lines? Is it just by playing the game?
Never underestimate hatred. Feed me more lies.
Facts. Hatred is a very strong driving force. Also, it's... I shouldn't say the only driving force, it's just a fascinating one.
Another target.
More.
They're next.
Don't wait. Slay. Again.
Yes.
How do you get so many of these voice lines?
Again.
Yes.
I guess if you pay for a voice actor, you want to have
Die? Yes.
as much shit as they can.
No escape.
Every kill fuels my fury. Yes. Slaughter. Just like that, and the world will be yours to destroy.
Cap.
Tenacity versus fury. Fury always wins.
I disagree.
Why murder one?
I'm like almost positive they've done studies on this, but you can only get so fucking angry. Like, the Hulk does have a power cap, but, like, I think because emotions or, like, influx of certain, like, brain chemistry or, like, fucking serotonin or, like, I don't even know what you want to call it, steroids or some bullshit. You only have, like, a specific number of receptors, so, like, I don't think you can ever... You can only get to a certain level of rage, love, or, like, whatever emotion you're feeling, but it's kind of, like, how, like, the longevity is the thing that gets, like, I guess longer lasting? Maybe? Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word.
When you can slaughter many, triumph is built on a foundation of death. The strong fall so quickly to my blade. The only way to kill. These are the strong, pathetic. Worthless foes mock my presence.
Fair.
Those who seek balance find only death.
Facts.
Balance is weakness.
Them talking about any patch notes for League of Legends. Balance is weakness.
This is but a taste of my wrath.
I'm with it.
With each kill, the shadows grow deeper. Death, delivered with precision, is true power.
Really?
What was written in shadow, now in flesh. Death finds fools quickly. Cowards hide, but never escape.
That's a
Fear
tough
is your
line.
shadow. You are cloaked in it.
With
The
it?
shadows are my realm, and
Okay.
your grave. Shadows are a shallow grave. Facing me was a mistake.
It's the Shadow the
That was
Hedgehog.
your destiny to die. Those
Ooh.
seeking balance will find death. Even Zed would be
I'm with it.
impressed.
So, I believe these are the voice lines for Schmovement,
True believers
Taunt,
live forever.
Joke,
They
Attacking,
will die forgotten.
Kill a Champion, Killing Spree,
The
Quad
Darken is
Penta,
gone.
Buy Item,
Our
Wards.
enemies are next.
Okay.
Zed now walks in my shadow. The reaping begins with purpose. Light offers no sanctuary.
How?
Bathing my enemies in shadow, I leave the light to the oppressed. With this blade, I am invincible. Kill the mind, build the mind, free the mind. Kill the body, build the body, free the body.
What?
My path cuts through the bodies of the unwilling.
I like that
Right.
that little echo effect in the background. Sounds really nice.
Greatness has been realized. I wield the whisper of darkness.
Alright, that's a dope
Every
name.
corpse a lesson, every threat a target.
Okay.
The Blade of Millennia exercises my will.
Are you
This
sure?
is as it was meant.
Because I thought the Blade of Millennia, as I just watched, is trying to fight you for control. So how is it exercising your will? You're imposing your will on it, technically.
To be. I bested the Darken. Now the plan continues. I was forged by the uncaring providence of war. Your stance is that of a two-legged goat. This is the part where you run. They will never see us coming. Together, Zed, we are unstoppable.
Love that.
I'll let you in on a secret. You will not live much longer. The light's your best chance, but you're still going to die.
That's not a joke. That's just
Death
factual.
is inevitable. Fleeing won't save you.
Oh, okay.
This will be quick.
I'm with it.
The light will not save you. I'm coming for you.
It feels like there's repeats, but I know there aren't, which is the crazy part. It's crazy to know that they had to do this much writing. And I know it's all one-liners, but imagine being in a room with like 5 other people and being like, we have to write like 700 voice lines today. And like you have to come up with a bunch of new shit that fits the motif and fits like the aesthetic that you're going for. And they're just like, fucking light will fade from your eyes. And then like a different one, like 20 down is the light I watch fades from your eyes. It's like, well, didn't we just have... Nah, it's a completely new thing. Completely
Shadow is
different.
not your friend. Run from the shadows.
How about no?
You dance on the shadow's edge.
Say shadow one more time,
I
homie.
am everywhere.
What a
Silence
fucking goofy
their pain.
gander, dude.
No way out.
Okay.
I will enjoy this, Darius. Revenge.
Who the fuck is Darius?
These things always prove to be a challenge. How tedious. This may take a while.
He's cool. They're cool.
They should stay down. Wrong place, wrong time.
Oh, it's the Shadow Assassin.
Balance.
That's why. So there's one for the
Balance
Shadow
favors
Assassin.
the victorious.
Shadow Assassin, and
So
then one
brave,
Kayn.
so
No.
foolish,
The fuck was
so
his name?
Dead.
Kayn is the
Be
guy.
thankful it's over.
Koth?
Fools die and are forgotten.
When the Reaper takes over. I can't remember the Reaper's name.
Death
'Cause
finds
I am
all.
bad at remembering
and
shit.
so quickly. Retreat was a better option. You were not chosen to live.
It's just like, just so quickly, he just turns on just the biggest, like, fuck you attitude, and I love it.
There was a time to run, but you missed it.
That's a good one.
You will not be remembered. You and Rost.
Rost.
The failed blades. Zed says hello and goodbye. It did not have to end this way, Zed. Strength alone is not enough.
Okay.
The more they send, the more they will bury.
That's a tough line.
Your stance was weak, your tactics elementary, and your execution sluggish.
Oh, that's just insanity.
Shadows and the blade proved too much.
Oh my god.
The fallen only make me stronger.
Yeah.
4. Who's next?
Oh.
That may do for some. Perfection is near. And that is why I am the one. They too will call me master. I buy, they die. Simple.
That is
Oh,
simple.
Yes. This is the right choice. I live in shadow. Others need light. My enemies will have no place to hide.
That's a ward. I'm gonna
This
get someone you could
trinket may
come up
prove
with.
useful here. Are you afraid now?
I could be.
You should be. Sight. A pitiful crutch for the weak. Oh, please. Prying eyes shall perish too.
That's a tough line.
That only served to sharpen my focus and my blade.
Okay.
That was not the plan.
I'm
A
with
lucky
it.
stab in the dark.
Red Kayn is the one who wins.
That weapon was so confining.
Gotcha.
Their blood will decorate the ground and the walls.
I don't think he sounds as dope. I'm gonna say it. I think Kayn sounds cooler.
Everything, really. The shadows have a new master.
Okay.
How I miss this. Kayn weeps in the abyss between oblivions. Idiot. Shadows, perhaps. Order, not so much.
He's got some
Let's
good
go make some
jokes.
corpses. I cannot wait to infest them. Kayn wasted this flesh. Rost will not. My plan, wrath. Simple, messy, delicious. Which to wreak first? Carnage, havoc, or mayhem? I just can't decide.
Personally, I'd go Mayhem. I feel like Mayhem is a simple one. It leads to Carnage, and then after you have Carnage and Mayhem, Havoc is bound to fall.
I survived eternity. They will die today, and the next, and the next.
That's a lot.
I am the undoing. Poor Guess I was a bad influence after all.
They're so
Bring
fucking
on
dope.
the weak and the strong. All will die. This ends badly for you, I'm afraid. I have broken the great Kayn. You think you can defeat me?
Kind of.
Now I am pure wrath. Fear me.
So if you die as Red Kayn or the Master Assassin dude, do you respawn as just regular Kayn and have to do all that shit, or do you stay as them the rest of the game? I don't know, but I'd be interested. Let me know in the comments below.
We're moving to Plan B, Aatrox. You die.
Ooh.
Do not press me, Aatrox. This is my time.
Don't know who Aatrox is.
Varys, the three of us, five of us, well, together, we will lay waste to this realm. Yes, Varys, let us sow chaos. I will never not kill a Yordle.
Amen. Fuck
Need to
Yordle.
stay alive. Don't be you.
Just run.
You have two options. One, die quietly. Two, die loudly. Okay, one option really. Killing is so liberating.
There we go. That's a word.
Take a look at this. Slash them up. Oh yeah. No one escapes. Cut them down. Come here. Feel my fury.
So they're just doing the quick one-liners as they get more and more advanced. Okay, I'm with it.
Cleave them to pieces.
Kill champion.
I want to show you something. Wrath is mine.
That's a weird
This
statement.
is gonna be weird, Aatrox. Nothing personal, brother.
It
Kayn
seems
failed,
personal.
As will you, Zed. Shadows aren't enough, Zed. I own the dark now, Zed. There you are.
A lot of Zed.
He just won't die. So little, so annoying, so hard to kill.
Facts.
You hear that? Neither do I. Because everyone is dead.
That's a good line.
No one mourns you. I pity the rest of your kind. Even your stain won't last a day. Not worthy. Is there no one
Jesus.
left to kill? You're welcome. Pitiful. They send only fools.
Alright,
Kneel
well.
before rest. That was all me. You're not special, just one of many.
Fuck me,
Your
dude.
failure mocks this world.
Oops.
That was some good murdering.
I've said that before.
Sorry.
I've said that before. After a game, you just, you know, good game, good murdering. It's the same shit, different game.
Brother, you were in my way.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were four. I think. Oh, please. You would have done the same.
Probably.
No more demon pants. The Order of the Shadow is dead. Just like you and Kayn.
And Kayn is so
Dead.
fucking cool, dude.
Just like Kayn. Oh, your shadows
So
steal
cool.
and bluster. And now look at you. I'm just getting started. Try and stop me. I am unstoppable. Yes, yes, yes. So close to perfection. Who's next? Don't stop now. I'm so close. Stand back. It's only going to get messier. Bringer of death. Taker of lives. Rust if you're in a hurry. Yes! Bow before greatness. All have fallen before me. I am the undoing. Okay, these can be useful. Done. Resume slaughter. Helpful to know who I'm murdering. What can I say? I like destroying things.
Okay.
I prefer the sound of flesh being torn, but oh well.
Are wards like
I prefer to
specific
gouge out
things?
all their eyes, but this will have to do.
Or is it like buying items?
I already miss killing. I'd rather be unleashing wrath.
Okay.
I guess that is better than walking.
I'm with it.
That did not work. So that's what dying feels like. Good thing I'm immortal.
Okay.
Again. This time they die.
A League of Legends. Oh,
Whoops. Those are all such fucking dope ass voice lines. Next we're gonna be doing the Odyssey voices, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. I know it's just a lot of laughing and listening, but these are just so cool and a lot of fun. So it's just, there's not too much I could add commentary or reaction wise besides just laugh and enjoy, you know. If I have something that comes up that I think might, you know, provoke an interesting thought, I'll definitely let you know. But see you in a second. Okay, and the last part that we're going to be watching today is the Kayn All Forms voice lines from Odyssey.
There is power locked inside you, Rost, and I will have it.
Oh good, more empty threats. You know how much I love them.
This world will be the first step on my road to conquest.
With the aura you wield, we could destroy everything.
With all the stupid things you say, we could fill a library.
Kill them, King. Show me the power of our future emperor.
You didn't say the magic word. So we're allies, are we? Fine.
Stop talking to them, idiot.
Oh good, insults. That's the way to make friends.
Can the
Yes,
others
it is.
hear me?
I don't think so.
So, you sound like a lunatic. Excellent.
Rost, why are you trembling?
It's nothing, Kayn. Nothing at all.
The crew of the Morning Star, here and ready to die.
Remember, leave the Templar alive.
Morning Star.
Whatever.
I can feel them, Kayn. Those troublesome little rats.
So we kill them all.
Eventually, yes.
Identify the weak link and break it. I will be Emperor. I just need time and aura.
I'm not exactly sure what Odyssey is, but if he's going to be Emperor, what is... I just want to know what he's going to be Emperor over. I hope something dope as fuck.
This is all this galaxy has to offer.
He's in space?
You're pretty confident for an antiquated lawnmower, Rost. I should have bombed this toilet world from orbit.
Yeah.
My aura is none of your concern, Rost.
Okay,
Deep
shit.
down, Rost, I know you're scared I'll win.
A little.
Stride forth, Kayn. Burn the galaxy behind you. Give in to the carnage. Lose yourself in...
I was going to say, I love the constant little... I guess it's a GIF. I love the little GIF that just constantly goes forward. I don't know where they found it, but... it's just a cool looking fucking GIF. Like the way it's going out of the eye
Slaughter them all.
and into Kayn.
Deeply. The best thing about aura is how it tastes. Gorge yourself on aura, Kayn. Only you are worthy.
Okay.
Aura is ambrosia. So sweet. So pure.
What the fuck is ambrosia?
Build your empire over their graves.
Okay, I'm with it.
Unlock my power. I command it.
Settle down. You're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, Kane's gonna be becoming a bitch
You're
a
just
little bit.
tool to me, Rost.
How ironic.
So you're the voice of aura.
Not that he's becoming a bitch, more of his like voice lines. Or in the first one, it was a lot cooler. This one sounds a little bit more whiny in a way. Not that the character is not cool anymore. The art isn't cool. Just kind of his voice has gone from edgy and like at it to like a little bit more whiny.
Yes.
Let's see if we can hear it.
Guiding star.
Don't you have any flair for the dramatic?
Spare me.
Like they've made him goofy in a way.
The universe will be mine.
We'll see.
What are you?
Dope.
Really?
All the aura within you.
I don't need you to rule the universe.
Then why can't you put me down? So much aura
Spittin'.
within you.
Quit looking at my aura.
I am no mere plaything.
You said it, not me.
Burn, slaughter, destroy.
Ever the cliche.
Your
Of course.
thirst for violence demands satisfaction.
Satisfy yourself. I have bigger plans.
In the future,
Things my girlfriend said for 200, everyone. Shouldn't have said that. But it's funny. To me, at least.
see a great empire.
My future. My empire.
No, this insufferable life.
Yes, you're a monster. Very scary.
Kill them all. It would be so easy.
And so uninspired.
Why do they run from the inevitable?
It makes for a better story.
Facts.
While our useless emperor sat on his throne, I ensured the survival of our dominion.
That's Zed?
I've trained all my life to serve the empire. Now it will serve me.
Who is the Empire?
No matter what you are, Rost, I'm going to win, and you're going to die.
Nah, I think Ross got it.
Talk. All you ever do is talk, Rost. Learn to read a room.
An empire that spans galaxies, and you still can't afford a decent haircut.
Oh, yeah.
Muling minds cannot comprehend how deserving you truly are.
I mean, thank you.
Use our blood for fuel, Kayn. Our aura, and they will pay so dearly. I am asleep and awake.
I feel like I'm missing a crucial aspect of this lore. Like, what is... Someone, please tell me, what is Odyssey? Because it's like, they weren't talking about aura and all this stuff, like, 10 minutes ago. So what the fuck is it? I must know.
Voice of aura, locked behind the crumbling wall.
Do you know the difference between a villain and a monster?
The will to do
Oh, fuck. Let's see what he says.
Do you know the difference between a villain and a monster?
the will to do what's necessary.
For an ancient...
Nah, yeah, I mean, I'd make the assumption that a monster is more of a mindless creature that necessarily isn't doing things out of nefarious purposes. It's just doing it because its purpose is to do something that's monstrous. Like, Frankenstein's monster, technically Adam, which is the name of the monster, isn't really a monster. Like, because it never asked to live. It kind of just wants to die. And, like, all it's ever known is neglect and hate. So, you have, like, that aspect where if you have a character like the Joker, or a character that's more actually evil, they typically have the ability to choose, and they choose not to do it. So that's the main distinction. Both can be doing bad things for different purposes, but typically I'd make the assumption that a monster can't really comprehend what it's doing is bad. I'd have to think a little bit more on that, but that's just my initial thought.
Mysterious artifact, you sure love to hear yourself talk.
I've been trapped on a backwater planet for untold millennia. Indulge me.
Where did you come from? What do you want?
Your feeble mind couldn't comprehend it if you tried.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Sure I believe aura is sentient.
I don't care what you believe.
Then we'll learn to fear the name of Kayn!
Just kill everyone.
Thank you.
It's much more efficient. Don't you feel it, Kayn? The desire to rule, the desire for carnage.
Every waking moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I question your resolve.
Rost, I'm hurt. Soon they'll all worship at my feet.
Is
I'm with that.
truly all you desire?
Kind of.
Rost, of course it is. What does the voice of aura say today?
Go to hell, Kayn.
Already there, Rost. Already there. One day I will rule the universe.
Maybe, if you focus for once.
Wow, Rost, I thought we were friends. Why is that girl staring at me?
She is attracted to our violence.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Malphite,
Love Jinx.
What a loyal dog you are.
Dogs die every day.
At last, Sona.
Okay.
The secrets of the Aura Gate will be mine.
Yes, yours.
I'm with it.
Captain Yasuo, why don't you tell me where you're hiding the Templar?
And then die.
Who?
So you're that disgraced miner Ziggs.
Not even good enough for the B team.
Do you know who I am?
They require a demonstration.
We'll make a game of it.
That's cool.
You try to survive.
And we slice you in half. What is this
Is this like is Odyssey the mobile game? Maybe it's the mobile.
thing before me?
Maybe?
Just
I'm not
another
sure.
worm.
I'd need to see.
Are they taunting us?
Of course.
I thought you were a drama queen.
I-
What exactly are
Did they make him less dope and made him more of a drama queen? Was that a thing?
they the master of?
Dying, being dead, both.
It kind of made him like an actor
Does that
instead of an
gaudy crest
assassin.
serve as a shield?
No.
Interesting.
Should we do karaoke night again?
No one can know about that.
So, next weekend then?
Sure.
Hey, Rost.
What?
Rost.
What?
Rost.
What do you want, Kayn?
Hi.
An Imperial soldier and a monster from an alternate
What
reality.
an
Walking
ass.
to a bar.
Wait. What was that last part?
They're in a bar, Kayn. Pay attention. Do your people consider that funny?
We do not.
I do like the laughing.
Don't cry when you lose. Let's make this quick.
The background music is also nice.
Misguided fool. You are annoying. This one's mine. You look strong.
Big king
Mind
guy.
if I come
Big
in?
king guy.
Let's get you some new scars. Don't run. I hate that. Surgical precision. A welcome change of pace. This will be riveting. Let's swat this insect.
Keep cutting. Shatter their bones.
So, do these just get said during? I don't know why I keep scratching my head. It's like my fucking head's just a little itchy today. Do they just, like, so they attack and then they say this shit? It seems like it's a lot.
Drag me across their throats. Let the darkness in. Spread my silence. Marvelous.
One of those days.
What boundless violence.
Boundless.
Rip out their organs.
Seems pretty bountiful.
Bring them
Nice.
pain. Radiant flesh. Drive me into their heart. Cut off their face.
Jesus.
Drown them in me. Cull their numbers. I want to hear them scream. Come and play, cheats. So much flesh to rend, Malphite. Sona, you will open the gate.
Face me,
Oh
Captain.
shit.
Face me and die. You should never have come here, Ziggs.
It sounds like this was a special event.
Give your flesh to me. What a beautiful body.
What's happening?
Don't like that. Not a fan of that.
What is this?
The Dark Star. What an honor, King, to watch me slaughter everything you wish to rule. Bear witness to the Dark Star. Bear witness to Rost.
Rost.
Turns out the scythe was evil and wants to annihilate all reality.
Yeah, that's
Could have guessed.
that's
Your test has ended. I am victorious. I am the herald of oblivion. I am Rost.
no offense, Kane, but we've been known that. I'm just saying. We've been known.
He's gone. What is left is ruination.
I'm with it.
Surrender yourself to me. The test is over, Rost.
No. No.
Yes. My time is now.
Nah, I'm kind of with that.
My throne awaits. I can see it.
Okay.
I can see everything.
So are they saying out of the 140 plus champions, lore wise, Kane is the strongest, or he can be the strongest? And if that's the case, then how do they do power scaling in League of Legends? That's something I am fascinated about, because it's like, lore-wise, why is somebody who's controlling a fucking ancient weapon of oblivion going up against a little dog mechanic thing and just fucking getting its ass beat? I just don't see how that works.
Rusty boy, what is this energy? I could rule over everything. Oh, Rust, you were holding out on me.
I like the way he says that.
So good. I can feel aura coursing through my veins.
With it.
This is sublime.
Okay.
Universe, greet your emperor and no despair. I'm always close.
Here's Messy.
Hush. Why keep them waiting? Nowhere to run.
I'm with it.
Such a useful talent. How interesting.
Your aura is mine.
Umbral.
Peekaboo.
Umbral
What
Trespass
inviting
Ultimate.
insights. How wonderful.
Good job. What's next? Is there anyone left who can keep up with me?
I probably could.
I win.
I couldn't at all.
One less subject to rule. Right, Kayn?
Been there.
Right
Done that.
down the middle. That sounded wet. Was it organs? Was it blood?
The Empire thanks you.
As do I. That murder reminded me of home.
How sweet. I admit
Such-
she was cute.
Oh, you
Come on. Not Jinx.
Only they all had that much flesh.
Oh, Rost. No.
I told you to leave her alive.
Change of plans. First your brother, then you. Poetic, really.
Been there.
Keep up. How splendid.
I think some
I like
got
it.
on me.
Did those two seem familiar?
I think I'm having an existential crisis. Get off my planet. Get out of my galaxy and stay dead.
It's like they were never there.
High five, Rost.
Down low.
How can you get a pentakill? That's gotta be cool, getting a pentakill.
We need to regroup.
Regroup or retreat?
They're the same thing.
Really? What happened to us, Kayn? We used to be so good together.
I hate the way you say that.
What? Getting tired already?
I don't see you helping out.
I'm the scythe, idiot. I only help out. A little help? Anyone? Please, don't drop me on the ground.
Wait, how are we still alive?
That would ruin the surprise.
I would
I
assume.
don't trust how easily you brought me back to life.
Would you rather stay dead?
No.
I won't let you die that easily.
That's a good fucking line.
I appreciate the thought.
I'm sure you do.
Get all worlds, every last one of them. First,
I sneezed so hard.
and next, everything else.
I'm with that.
They will sing my name for 1,000 years.
Doubt.
With this much aura at my command, my empire is invincible. Was there ever a greater?
Was he always about collecting aura? Is that what the fucking blue and red shit was? Aura? That doesn't.
Emperor than
I need to know. Like I just wanna know.
They will love me. Pray for any world that draws my attention.
Okay,
So much left to conquer. So much left to accomplish.
I'm with that.
I will rule as a tyrant, and they will love me for it.
I don't know how often that is.
Such a magnificent title. I love it. Rost, are you still in there? Because I won.
He's just fucking taunting the immortal deity he just forced at King! Fucking King! I'm with it.
Will not be sullied.
My grandeur will not be sullied.
Each one ripe for conquest. The timeless gulf of infinity, completely at my mercy.
I don't think that's how that works.
Star in the sky belongs to me.
Nope.
This universe and everything in it is mine. Rost dared to test me, and was the first to learn his place. They will worship Kayn. Rost is dead. I passed the monster's test. I alone am fit to rule. Worship my limitless splendor. Worship it. All will kneel or burn with their worlds. Look upon me, world. Look upon your savior. I'm the one with power now, Rost. You hear me? I know.
It just sounds like he's bitching again. It just sounds like he's bitching again.
You're watching, Rost, and I love how much you hate this. Praise my name. Praise Emperor Kayn.
Things he says in bed.
It's not the grandest stage for my empire, but it will be. Divine providence, unlimited power.
He's just...
Kayn.
He cares so much about this.
Now to bring the galaxy to its knees.
So, like, here's the thing about space travel that I feel like is very... I'm not a scientist. I'm not a physicist. I don't understand how space works. To me, though, space travel seems not... Like, when I say impossible, this is what I mean. A light year is light traveling at the speed of 300,000 kilometers per second. So, every second you're going 186,000 miles. Every second. Nope. Not just once. Every fucking second for an entire year. And I'm pretty sure our solar system is like 2 of those. So, like, realistically, yes, we could see fucking... we could see light years and light years and light years away. That's cool. I get that. How the fuck are you going to travel that, though? Because you have to first get to the speed of light, which causes time dilation. And then once you get to the speed of light, you're now fucking... Like, unless you could travel through wormholes or something like that, and we don't even know what those are, really. Like, I've always thought that, like, when people talk about, like, aliens visiting... It's not that they don't exist, it's that it's, like, practically non-existent because of the fact of just how fucking big space is. Like, if the Milky Way galaxy is 54,000 galaxies, you're talking billions of years, like 54,000 light years. Like, you're talking distances of, like, I think trillions of, like, kilometers and shit that would take years to deal with. I don't know why this made me think of it, but it's like, he's like, I'm conquering all the galaxies. How the fuck are you getting to the next galaxy, dog? Like, I don't get that. I don't understand how you're getting there. That being said, I know it's a video game. I'm just gonna preface it. I know it's a video game. It's just something I think about a lot because I think space is fascinating.
Emperor Kayn, King of Kings, our great will, our guiding star. All great armies are mine to command. My power will stretch into eternity. None may challenge me. You stand on the precipice of a deadly fate. Take a step. Face your emperor. What can I say? You're either the emperor of the universe or you're not me. I suppose I could honor you with death.
Jesus
all part of my duties after
Christ. Dude, he's so rizzy with it.
You just made a grave mistake.
So fucking rizzy with it.
Everything belongs to me, Worm. Even that mastery. Look at you, flashing that utterly average mastery for everyone to see.
Average?
I'm perfectly sane. Rost hasn't had any undue effect on... Do you hear singing? The Emperor is wearing clothes. Who said he wasn't? Was it you? Hey, Rost, remember the time... Right, you're dead. I killed you. You find that funny? What a small, insignificant speck you are.
You sound very upset about it, though. I don't know what it is, but I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Kayn.
I said bow. You're a mere peasant. Entertain me.
I'm with it though.
For my empire. No escape. You're all worms. Stand aside, worm.
You're like if
No one is
Anakin
worthy.
Skywalker was
Sing
edgy
my name.
or ish.
I want it all. Everything.
How do you make that distinction?
Fear me. You aren't worthy. You failed the test. It's all mine. Scream for your emperor.
I'm with it.
Resist and die. My power is endless. Submit to me. I command you to bleed. You will fall in line.
Big fan of the song.
Kneel before me. I'll despoil 1,000 worlds. How dare you look upon me? Die where you stand. It's my throne. Mine. Face me, filth. Nothing can stop me.
How do people find this?
Aura, aura,
I guess how do you unlock all of these? Like I feel like that's gotta be really difficult, right?
aura. I'm everything you wanted and more, Jinx. Now fight. Come at me, dog. Ross can't save you now, Sona. You won't escape me this time, Captain. Come, Ziggs.
Oh,
test your
damn.
new Emperor. I see now. I can see forever. I know you're near.
Not a fan of that.
Silence. I am everywhere. For the Empire. All hail Kayn.
Why does he want to be the ruler of the universe now?
Part. Give me your aura.
What?
But I digress. Who are you again? Didn't you know I'm the Emperor?
I didn't.
So I win.
That seems very
Take
unfair.
on all challengers to my throne. You could never hope to stop me.
But I could.
Love that you tried.
I could stop you.
Did you see that,
I
Rost?
couldn't at all.
Rost? So easy. It's all so easy. Now play dead. Who's a good boy? Goodbye, Templar, and thank you for control of the universe. If you want my personal...
So was Odyssey a skin that they came out with, and then after they came out with the skin, they released a bunch of new voice lines for everybody in the new skins? That makes sense.
opinion, Hasaki is a really sad choice of last words.
Yeah,
Isn't this better than dying alone on some backwater?
it depends.
You can answer later. No one will take my throne from me, not even me. Rejoice! Your emperor is here.
That's a
All will
tough
bow to
line.
my greatness. Hail Kayn, the all-conquering.
Okay.
No line of secession. Hunt down everyone, all of their offspring, until there is only Kayn. Can't trust the counselors. They're too tainted. Rost would have said. Rost. The ruling bodies will have to be disassembled by force. Yes, come.
Imagine you had a person on your team that was able to do team attacks, as in like team kill, but like if they team kill, they get like much faster like leveling for their shit. I feel like that could be really toxic really quick, but it could also probably be a lot of fun if people learn how to do it well. I don't know. It would just be a really interesting thing.
Them apart. My empire. But I was invincible.
No, you weren't. I don't like the sound of that death.
I will live forever. My legacy doesn't die here. Did you miss me? I know I did.
Okay, so they do respond the way that they do.
Witness the turning of the wheel, the culmination of this foul existence.
Okay.
Decay, an ecstasy I will carve into creation.
I'll say it. He stays edgy. Actual Kayn does not.
They're all hurtling towards annihilation. I love it.
Okay.
Look, Kayn, gaze upon my works and despair.
I don't like that.
The geometry of space bends and breaks and bleeds.
I don't like that either.
Pray for salvation that never comes. I do look better in gold.
Oh, okay.
Every luminous star laid bare, torn open, devoured. Oh, the symphony of violence I will conduct.
That sounds sexual.
Yes, the convulsing of the stars. I can taste their delectable streams. Is it too late to mention I'm a corrupted, forged by the Dark Star?
It sounds like. Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I feast upon the bones of unhallowed centuries. Nothing will escape me.
Okay.
Scream for your lives, your world. Scream my name as I rip it all to pieces. The entrails of countless
Everyone be
realities
getting upsetty
lie shuddering
spaghettis.
in my wake. You've taken such good care of this body cave. Such exacting care. They should never have opened that gate.
Okay.
I am the beautiful end that awaits us all.
Death?
Hear the sweet whispers of oblivion. I herald an endless ocean of silence. It will be transcendent. This reality has such delicious entropy.
Delicious entropy. Question for the comments. What is the only two things that seem to not follow the law of entropy? I shouldn't say law, but the thing of entropy, like what has opposite entropy where, and those who don't know, instead of things being created and naturally breaking down over time, these things or thing tends to do the opposite. So instead of getting more simple over time and becoming easier, this becomes more complex over time. And let me know.
Desolation lays before me, spanning endless eons until even time dies.
I'm with it.
Your voice of aura? What a joke. Poor Kayn, a would-be emperor tumbling endlessly into darkness. No true fear, for I am the star where nightmares breed. It draws close, our vast and broken god. Love, hope, fear, I will feast upon them all. Kayn's
Lines don't hit as hard, or they don't go as hard, but maybe it's because I've been listening to them for the last 30 minutes. But that being said, they're still pretty sick.
aura will fuel my slaughter. Kayn's aura will fuel my slaughter.
Okay.
Oh yes,
His life force?
the sucker of an endless void. Do you feel it, Kayn? So much exquisite pain to deliver.
Okay.
I shudder at the thought. Well now, I'm not familiar with your universe, but oh, how I could be. Remember
Oh, I saw the Star Guardian
my
videos.
name when I tear out your organs. That really does it for me.
That's hot.
There will come soft rains of liquid night when our empty god descends from its heaven.
Oh, shit.
I'll paint the dying stars with your entrails and love every second of it.
Well, we
Are
got.
you watching, my sovereign? We are but humble servants. Such bravado! I must free it from your prison of flesh. Mastery, the last twitch of a dying
Alright, that one went hard.
of flesh. Mastery, the last twitch of a dying insect. I'm gonna use that mastery to saw off your head. I'm not acting creepy. I'm just really excited to be here. Here's a funny one. I'm going to kill you. End of joke. End of existence. End of everything. Who wants to party before the world ends?
I do.
Anyone?
I'm down.
Just me? Fine.
I said I'd go, dick.
I love peeling open the funny one.
What the fuck? Not nice. Not nice at all. I was having fun.
Entropy awaits. Annihilation.
Okay.
I'm gonna get so much you on me. Even death will die. Poetry in motion. More. More. Let's open you up. Oh, how I waited for this. Let's see that meat on the outside.
It makes me feel crazy looking at this shit.
Scream before the end.
Wow!
More violence. I will carve myself upon you. Sweet desolation.
Okay.
I will rip you apart.
I'm with it.
I am the deliverance you crave. Now is the feast. The nightmare begins. Die. Die. I want it. Every cry of agony. Nothing will survive. I will paint the walls with your entrails. Such exquisite violence. May the violence never end.
Woo!
I never want this to stop.
Neither do I, baby.
What joyous carnage. Oblivion awaits. Your life, give it to me.
I think you have to ask nicer than that. Your life, give it to me. Well, you can't just say that. That's rude. That's a very rude thing to say.
I herald oblivion. I will devour
Herald
the
Oblivion.
stars. Jinx! Let's see who can do the most damage. Malphite. So much flesh to carve.
Okay.
Face the monster you've unleashed, Sona. The Dark Star is mine, Thresh. Only Rust is worthy.
I'm with it.
You will greet oblivion with joy, Yasuo. Ziggs,
Oh.
let's end this with a bang. No, I'm not done playing yet. This will be fun. Oh, yes. Where are you hiding?
Oh?
Yes.
I don't like the way he's saying all that.
Find you.
And all that very
The stars are calling.
provocatively. You know how I feel about it being provocative.
That counts. Love the skin I'm in.
Ooh.
This is gonna get messy. Here comes the good part. More bodies. Give me more warm bodies. Your pleasure was mine. How many countless eons have I waited to kill? Too many. Squirm in your own steaming guts. Rage, rage against the dying of all light. And yet, there is so much wonderful work to do. Oblivion is too good for you. Come back, so I can tear you apart again. Sad little girl. You have no idea what violence truly means.
And yet she's obsessed with it.
The bigger they are, the louder they scream. I thank you,
Alright, that was a banger line.
Templar, for dooming all of creation.
Well, I don't think she meant to.
Don't worry, Thresh. Soon enough, we'll all join you. The only Odyssey awaiting you, Captain, is your own extinction. Your exploding body reminds me of other exploding bodies.
That is how that works.
Oh, Ross, now. let the rest of you in when I'm satisfied, and not a moment sooner.
I'm with that.
Such ecstasy, such resplendent horror.
You must feel good about this.
The coming of the dark. I will wash this universe clean. Don't worry, I won't be gone long. If you do need me, just whisper my name. I have so much slaughter to invoke, I can barely keep track. Wait here for me. If I come back to any new dead bodies, I'm gonna be so angry.
Agreed.
No, the gate. Sweet oblivion.
I thought he revives, doesn't he?
It's too late for this universe. Rust will always return.
Oh.
I am born again. Slay me as many times as you can. The Dark Star will not be contained.
I'm with it. And damn it. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that was just this deep dive into Kayn. If you don't mind, just like, comment, subscribe. Really helps me out. If you want to join the Discord, also really helps me out. 18 plus, it's a lot of fun. If you enjoy this type of content, let me know down below. Totally up to, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed listening. I really enjoyed learning about more of the lore heavy stuff in League that I usually don't. And it's about a champion that I didn't even know, I won't say didn't know existed, but I didn't get to see as much of as the other ones. So, game was pretty cool. Peace out. I post every day. Tomorrow I'll be doing Ruby Volume 4, the Ruby Short, episodes 1, 2, and 3. So, have a good one. Already peaced out, but one more time.